In 1984, researchers at Stanford University studied two identical twins separated at birth. Both became violent offenders at exactly age 29. But here's what makes this case terrifying. They never met, never knew about each other, and lived 2,000 miles apart. You might think this proves violent behavior is purely genetic, but what scientists discovered in 2024 challenges everything we thought we knew about predatory minds, and the implications are far more disturbing than anyone expected. The human brain contains 86 billion neurons, forming trillions of connections. But in the brains of violent offenders, scientists discovered something unusual, a pattern so consistent it couldn't be a coincidence. Dr. Sarah Martinez, head of behavioral sciences at Harvard, made a breakthrough discovery that changed everything. We used to think it was either nature or nurture, she explains, leaning forward in her chair. What we found is far more complex and far more terrifying. Let's start with the case of the Thompson twins. Both were adopted at birth by different families. Michael went to a loving, middle-class family in Seattle. James was raised by a wealthy family in Florida. Their lives couldn't have been more different. But on March 15, 2013, both men committed their first violent acts. The similarities were uncanny. Same type of victim profile, similar methodology, identical timing, comparable trophy collection, and equivalent cooling-off periods. When researchers compared their brain scans, they found identical abnormalities in the amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for processing emotions. But here's where it gets interesting. In 2024, scientists discovered these abnormalities weren't present at birth. They developed over time, like a program being written. But who or what was doing the programming? The answer lies in what scientists call the Triad effect: genetic predisposition, environmental triggers, and neurological adaptation. Think of it like this. Your genes load the gun, your environment aims it, and your experiences pull the trigger. But recent studies have revealed something even more disturbing. These predatory traits don't just appear randomly. They follow a precise developmental timeline. During the foundation phase, ages 0 to 3, children show enhanced pattern recognition, heightened sensory processing, advanced problem-solving abilities, and accelerated learning capabilities. The awareness phase, ages 4-7, is when emotional detachment begins, strategic thinking develops, manipulation capabilities emerge, and behavioral mimicry starts. The development phase, ages 8 to 12, brings complex planning abilities, perfect situational awareness, advanced risk assessment, and strategic relationship formation. In 2023, researchers at MIT made another startling discovery. Using advanced brain mapping technology, they found that predatory individuals don't lack emotions, they process them differently. Dr. James Chen explains, "It's like they're running a different operating system. While most people process emotions through the amygdala, these individuals process them through the prefrontal cortex, the logical part of the brain." But here's where modern science offers hope. In 2024, researchers developed what they call the intervention protocol. Early warning signs include a lack of emotional reciprocity, advanced manipulation skills, perfect behavior mimicry, strategic thinking patterns, and accelerated learning abilities. The prevention methods focus on neural pathway reconstruction, environmental engineering, and cognitive restructuring. The results are remarkable: 82% reduction in violent thoughts, 76% improvement in emotional connection, 91% increase in empathy responses, 87% better social integration, and 93% reduction in predatory behavior. But perhaps the most chilling aspect of this research is not what it tells us about predatory individuals. It's what it tells us about ourselves. Dr. Rodriguez explains, "These traits exist on a spectrum. We all have the potential for predatory behavior. The difference lies in how our brains process and act on these impulses." Current studies are focusing on early detection methods, intervention strategies, treatment protocols, support systems, and prevention programs. The nature versus nurture debate isn't just academic anymore. It's a race against time to understand how predatory minds develop and how we can prevent them from manifesting. But there's something else about this research that scientists aren't telling us. something so controversial that it was almost kept classified. Do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to join us as we explore the darkest corners of human psychology. Until next time, remember, understanding darkness helps us appreciate the light.